What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. It is SEL Wednesday, baby. We are back, and unfortunately, yet again, Mr. TJ has left it with myself and my absolutely wonderfully handsome co-host, Dronis.
Yeah, he abandoned us again. But you know what? We're taking over here, Taquito. SEL, this is our time.
Exactly. It's our broadcast, baby. And what's going to happen tonight, man? We got a couple of games coming at you that are kind of important on the docket this evening. Both series you will see tonight will involve a result for all four teams being 3-3 on the season thus far. Now, let me tell you what that means. For Tier 1, it means something a little bit different than it does mean for Tier 2. For Tier 1, which is the first match you're going to see, we've got USC versus ODU. The winner of this game, or this series, will get to go forward and actually have a chance to be secure for playoffs, while the loser of this series will be forced to go down to LCQ. They will be relegated to the lower side, and they will have to fight another series to get their chance to keep pushing forward. Now, for the second series, that's when the stakes get a little bit higher. In the second series tonight, the loser, unfortunately, does not get a second chance. The loser will be going home. But we'll get to that later. We'll get to that at about 8 p.m. Central. Right now, we've got two teams in the lobby, raring, ready to go. Dronis, tell me who these guys are.
I mean, first, obviously, in the red, it's South Carolina. The Gamecocks looking to step up big and to, get that little bit of an easier road through on the other side. In the blue, ODU, Old Dominion University, looking to have themselves a good match. I'm excited to see what this team can do. I'm excited to see their play style develop a little bit more. I really want to, I know you talked about Taquito specifically just before we started, how you want to see this main roster for ODU especially.
Yes, absolutely do. I've actually seen their junior varsity roster. We're going to go ahead and get them on the pitch. But yeah, I've seen their JV roster, the main roster managed by an old dear friend of mine, Flip Out, who's had a lot to say about their main roster. The guys rocking the ODU banner tonight. It's going to be Goat God, Kuro, and I forgot his name all of a sudden. I've forgotten it. Oh no, what's the third one, Dronis? It's P Shooter.
It's P Shooter.
That's who it is.
P Shooter 757, an absolute legend of a name. Usually in the competitive scene, you see a lot of short names, a lot of quick names. I mean, that being just depicted on the side of USC, having Cats, SJT, and Og, but P Shooter 757, still repping it.
You got to have the 9-character name. You got to shout out back to the Xbox 360 days when you were lowercase x, capital X, and then some ungodly cringe lord name followed by capital X, lowercase x. You remember those? Remember the days of those gamer tags? We've all shortened it now to 4 letters. So we made it real easy. Well, they made it real easy for us, the guys who have to bring you the game. But what hasn't been made easy is this freaking offense. Look at ODU and the way they've controlled the pace of the game in the first minute.
Yeah, forcing 4 saves out of USC just inside the first 60 seconds. Now South Carolina looking to respond. Cats picks this one up high towards the corner. He goes bumped off for a moment. ODU still seem to be setting the tempo right now. Want to try and, keep that pace up throughout the rest of this series. And they really just want to force South Carolina into a bit of a more uncomfortable situation.
Well, I think you've got to. I mean, your opponent is USC. They've got a bit of pedigree in the collegiate space. And so I'm not surprised to see that we've got this going on right now. P Shooter, though, I like the idea of slow playing that and getting the possession right there. Unfortunately, I probably would have loved to have seen him just sling it on net because that was a wide open opportunity. We could have seen 1-0 so far to ODU. What's your opinion on that?
I mean, I definitely think it was a little bit closer and could have been a little bit better executed by Old Dominion. Of course, it's still game 1. There's still time for, both these teams kind of iron out those little bit of mistakes, get a little more acquainted here on the pitch, but there's still lots of time, so not worried for them yet.
You say that, you might be speaking a little too early there, Dronis. This defense right now is looking a bit questionable.
Oh,
no. ODU has somehow kept that out with all the boost. Kuro there was able to squeeze that one away. SJT, the rookie, almost finds themselves a shot right there. Unfortunately, does get saved away. USC is going to have to fight the other direction. The Gamecocks looking to try to be the first on the board, but ODU has turned it around yet again. This is going to be unfortunate. Pea Shooter can't make it, and unfortunately, if you are an ODU fan, y'all concede first. USC up by 1.
Yeah, Goat God couldn't quite get the touch he needed at the midfield, and that really just sealed the counterattack for the Gamecocks. South Carolina on the board first, now just looking to hold on. Still have seen Old Dominion have the majority of the offensive presence, but I mean, quality over quantity. We've just seen some better attempts from USC. Kuro trying back the other way. Low boost. Goat God off the backboard. Snipes a double all the way to the far side. It will be 50'd by Og, but ODU have a bit of boost here. Have a little bit of a better position. SJT holding well now, trying to work out another clear.
That one didn't go as well as we see in the first few minutes here for ODU, and USC look a little locked in right now. That shot off the back wall does get saved away into the pressure there. Was wonderful. This could be a double for SJT as I speak their name, but unfortunately they don't get it. Another one off the back wall. The demo is absolutely crucial, and the rookie gets another chance.
And this is just bully ball from South Carolina. 50 through the corner. Og wins it past 1. Cats eliminates the final defender, and SJT walks it in, and the Gamecocks up 2-0. Minute 35 left to go. Old Dominion still need to get that offense started now off the kickoff. Do they have another? Cats finds the angle off the near post. It's 3-0.
That's a blunder. We're just going to call that a blunder. That one's tough. Off the kickoff, you don't read the cheat correctly. And Cats, I mean, just gets a freebie. Like, truly, just gets a freebie. A beautiful bounce right back into the car. Nose angled correctly, and it's just set up perfectly. ODU has kind of faltered this game, number 1, a little bit. They started out so strong in that first minute, but now it's looking a bit rough. Maybe the waters weren't as calm as they were when the game first started, because the Gamecocks have absolutely shooken things up.
I mean, they really have. As you said, that first minute was really favorable for Old Dominion, and they just kind of seemed to let that pressure go after they weren't able to find, any of those first few attempts through. It may have shaken them a bit. Now Demo shot SJT looking for another big save. Came up with Cats fall, saved by Goat God. Now seeing some good defense from ODU. Might just be a little too late.
I mean, they've got some heroics on the defensive line here for Old Dominion, but we've got to see some heroics on the offensive side. They've had so many opportunities to just put one in. Maybe that one will at least net you some momentum, make you feel better. You got a double commit on defense, and they both play off of it. Then they got a mix up, but they still get it away. ODU, they are scrambling just to find this one opportunity going the other direction. When they had plenty, this could be it. Kuro just needs over 1, gets it over the last defender, and until that clock hits 0, we ain't done. ODU finally on the board.
Yeah, kind of just burned himself there. Thought he could take a little bit more time, and Kuro just kind of swiped it away from him. Then the double jump up over Cats to seal the deal. So 3-1 with just 11 seconds left. The kickoff needs to be favorable. Kuro will win a good 50. Og turns right back around, and it looks like that will stall the rest of our time, but a good last second effort from ODU, at least not going down in a shutout.
That's right. It's not going down in a shutout. They get 1. Here is the question, though. What could they have done different going into that first minute? Like obviously scoring a goal, right? Obviously scoring a goal is what is the difference maker there in that first minute. You kind of set the tone, you set the pace of the series. But is it just accuracy? Is it putting the shot on target? Is it just taking it when you have it available to you? What's the difference maker here for ODU?
Well, I think the biggest thing, it wasn't even that they didn't get a goal on 4 shots in that first minute. It's what they did after that first minute. They had all the control. They were in the driver's seat, pedal to the metal in that first minute. They didn't score, and then they just seemed to pull back. They really just kind of gave USC space after that, and after 1 minute they decided, hey, this isn't going to work, so they pulled all their forces back, and then USC was able to come up and take so much ground because of that fact. And then, of course, USC went up 3-0. ODU couldn't get that offense back started. I think if they just kept the pace up from that first minute, they would have had a much better look in this game.
Let's not mention, like, I do like how you said quality over quantity, because USC put up 12 to ODU's 7 shots. There were 6 saves on the side for the Monarchs, and there were 5 only for the Gamecocks. So my question here, that's a good touch there from Go God, is do they still enact that quality over quantity mentality, or are they going to try to do something different here? Kuro off the back wall, maybe. No, it's not going to be defended well, I'll say, but it was defended good enough to get the ball away from the net. That's a great challenge, and that's a wide open net going the other way. Shooter, don't get baited in. He doesn't. They keep it alive, but right now it's the Gamecocks starting on the front foot rather than the Monarchs.
Yeah, I do think Cats should have had that goal. Obviously, the 1v1 is so tough, but Cats was in a great position. Now, looking for a 50 on P-Shooter again. P-Shooter towing the line for Old Dominion. This one over the head of Kuro now. Go God, pop over Cats, eliminated by SJT, letting the offense cook. Og across the far side. No one there is a close second, and the Monarchs will eventually be able to find it clear, but it looks like USC just want to keep up the pace that they gained after game 1.
And poor Goat God is having to do a lot of work on the back line right here. Goat God being the strong third so far from what we've seen for ODU. This could be a shot, and it's saved away. Cats with all the boost in the tank that they had, able to send that one away. Kuro now, possession in the corner, needs a little bit more than that. It bumped away. Like that bully ball you talked about last game, gotta be enacted here. Can Kuro find a chance for a 1v1? Over to P-Shooter. P-Shooter with a shot, but it's directly at a defender who's gonna send it away.
I mean, I still am liking these plays developing from Old Dominion, seeing a couple more quick passes, a couple more intentional bumps, really looking to disrupt South Carolina, and I think that's just a huge thing to get started now. Starting to pepper the back wall as well, forcing a lot of boost to be used for the Gamecocks. Goat got up high, Kuro, one touch, gives it back to him off the ceiling and drops. No one going to be there in close. Cats looking to control it for USC, will be eventually boomed away, but again, Old Dominion, just don't shake now. They have some great looks here in game 2.
Oh, that read off the back wall could have been everything. That was a big mistake from Og. And we saw the Monarch player turn away. I couldn't get a name tag there, but we saw them turn off the play when that could have been an opportunity to use a little bit more pressure that you had available. Again, Goat God, that strong third player, just resting right behind the midfield line. Oh, not the bully ball in the net. We've got to get somebody up. It's Goat God again on no boost, crashing into 2 to keep it alive.
No
Now
way. Shooter over the middle, miss off the crossbar, ball from Goat God, saved by SJT! Oh my word! Guardian Angel for USC, keeping this one tied 0-0. SJT trying to get the Gamecocks back on offense. Og, one touch off the air dribble, looking for a 50. Cats eliminated at the midfield. SJT forced the possession away. Cats spawns on the ball, gets boomed away by Goat God. Shot and Devo! Shooter snipes it from the corner, and Goat God took care of the rest of the defense.
This may be unprofessional of me to say, but I really desperately need somebody to clip that entire interaction. That was insane.
That was crazy. That was so good from both teams. It was beautiful gameplay from the Monarchs and the Gamecocks, and they were both forcing options out of their opponent. They were forcing that mistake. That is the only way ODU scored that goal. That was beautiful, and here they are on attack again, looking for another shot out of the corner. Is it possible? Maybe not. Og clears wide. P-Shooter does get a reset that obviously is not going to be used, but still, ODU is playing on fire.
They are having some great looks. They just need to hold on, minimize those mistakes. Goat God Good first touch, low boost, keeps it close. SJT sends it over, and P-Shooter more than willing to deal with the save. Cats one touch out. Og doesn't have a lot of boost to work with. Dunked by P-Shooter all the way down to the far side. SJT to Cats one touch, a little bit heavy. Og finds a demo on the third, but Kuro finds a great 50 to stall out the offense from USC. P-Shooter is clear, cut short by SJT. Another 50 from Gokon. ODU holding, and that's all they need to do for the last 45 seconds.
What is happening? USC is unable to find a shot. They've gotten 2 or 3 bumps, 1 demo in the defensive half that were important, and they still cannot crack through this ODU defense. They eliminated Goat God. They eliminated the strong third, and they were still not able to score. ODU is playing different this game, and that's what I like to see. The dunk, what is happening? Where was this squad in game 1? Where were these Monarchs?
I'm telling you, Taquito, we saw after the first minute, they just kind of backed down, and now it looks like they have kept that pace up time and time again. Kuro pressuring down Cats, punishing that mistake immediately. Monarchs up 2-0 with 15 seconds left to go. Og looking for one shot here over Gokon, trying to get back down to it. Demos galore, no one on the field. Cats trying to get it back middle, looking for a bump as well. SJT saved by Goat God, and that rips away the last attempt for USC.
Brother, okay, we gotta break this one down. I step into my office, please, Jonas.
Okay.
What happened to the Gamecocks? Was it just an inverse result of game number 1? Did they just feel the pressure that they put on ODU in the first game? Is that what we just saw? Did we truly just see the swap and momentum?
I mean, I really do think so. I mean, ODU, Old Dominion, they just played great. They played offensively really aggressive. They played confident, Taquito. They did not back down to USC by any metric, and the Gamecocks knew it. And they kept getting pressure down, not to mention ODU's defense held really strong, 6 saves on the 8 shots from USC. And from then on, they were just able to keep adding goals on. Kuro, 2 for 3, P-Shooter having a goal and an assist. I mean, ODU, what a transition. We just have to see if they can keep it up in game 3.
I'm genuinely hoping we do, because again, you and I at this point are both very familiar with this USC squad. We know it. We know exactly what they are capable of. That game 2, definitely a step down from what the standard you could say that we're used to kind of seeing from this USC squad. So something's going to have to change here. But hey, right now, instead of seeing a sweep, brother, we're guaranteed game 4. I think that's a round of applause for everybody right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this one definitely could go the distance 2-5 as well. I mean, seeing the difference between game 1 and game 2, having really dominant performances from either side, definitely think that is a possibility. But ODU, they're going to be looking to get it done as quickly as possible. Cats already an early save on Goat God, just 10 seconds in. Og a little bit awkward off that side. Ground pinch red by P-Shooter, Cat 50 red, and now Goat God up quickly. Old Dominion seem to have a great read on USC right now.
Whether it be a great read or honestly, they're just Og almost snuck one in right there. Maybe they're just pre-jumping. Maybe that's what we haven't seen from ODU in game 1 that we did start to see in game 2. They started pre-jumping these shots. They started calling people out. There was more dunks from the blue than we saw in game 1 than we definitely saw in game 1 than we saw in game 2. Plus the defense. The defense absolutely complemented their offense in that game. The demos, I think, might be hurting USC currently. Never mind, that wide open net miss right there is what's going to hurt ODU.
Yeah, that's not an easy take. Now SJT might have a double on lock. Oh. Yes, he does.
Oh.
Step up, young man.
Somebody just want to share the vomiting emote. That was gross.
That was disgusting. SJT says, "Oh, your back wall's free? Huh. That's free real estate, baby. Don't mind if I move in myself." He put the whole couch and the lamp on the backboard right there when he slammed that double home.
I mean, there were 2 defenders up as well, and he snuck by like it was nothing, and that's a great way to get South Carolina with a little bit of momentum here. And now P-Shooter looking in response, didn't get the ground pinch. SJT a little bit awkward and taken off the field. P-Shooter enemy number 1. We're all tied up.
It don't matter if you flip bad. It don't matter if you recover poorly. You keep that momentum going, you get a demo. And ODU's like, don't mind if I do. Get out of my way. I'm going to score the tying goal right here. P-Shooter putting ODU on the board game 3. A pivotal game 3 at that. This is going to decide who gets a nice lead here in this series. And I mean, with the implications on the line, Dronas, if I'm both these teams, my stress level just went through the roof.
Always a part of the competitive scene, but you got to be able to keep that composure. Kuro does on the save. Cats looking for more bumps. Og, delayed 50 P-Shooter. Through the corner, soft touch. SJT gets the read. Does he have another? No, not quite. Goat God will take it away. P-Shooter and Goat God both with no boost. Turn is made. Kuro fires. Og didn't get the save. It was actually Goat God who was trying a bump, and I think he may have saved that.
I actually think you are right. I think he did actually save the shot there. Kuro is going to try for a challenge here. Does get over Og, I believe. SJT and Cats, the lone defenders here. Og way up in the front. Gets a nice challenge. Cats, don't let him do it. And he does. Cats claws his way through the offense and the defense and goes for the solo play, giving the Gamecocks the lead.
Yeah, Kuro just looked a little bit awkward mid-flight. Couldn't find the interception up high, tried to reach that ball off the backboard, could not make contact, and that will bring the lead back into the hands of USC. Goat God over 2, wants a 50 on Og, will be one away by Og, now storming downfield for the transition again, taken out by P-Shooter. The physicality from P-Shooter really has been felt. Now going for Og again, right as he respawns, now he takes out Cats.
What's funny is P-Shooter has been aggressive on the offenses or on the opposing defense line. We've seen P-Shooter now a demo opportunity, scores off of it. Another bump opportunity as the lead blocker to get something to happen here. Kuro is going to have to activate. Goat God with a little bit of help, but Og denies that opportunity as quickly as it came. Oh, wow. That was a great challenge, keeping it low there from Kuro. P-Shooter out of the corner. May set something up until Goat God absolutely flubs the possession. Kuro gets a bump. That's an open net. P-Shooter, just shoot and score, please. And he does.
I mean, the physicality from Old Dominion has stepped up big time, and USC cannot seem to escape these guys. 2 back-to-back physical plays. P-Shooter getting a demo on the far side to get the first one, and now Kuro getting a bump there to open him up for his second goal. Cats off the kickoff, rips it downfield, 80 seconds left. P-Shooter pre-jumps that shot from Og. SJT has some time, has some space, gets the flip, delays it, Musty off the crossbar! SJT, the rookie for USC.
I need a moment.
Bro, this is... Where has SJT... SJT's been practicing, clearly. Can somebody check the hours after 2? Because this kid is on fire right now. Kuro, poor flip right there, trying to go forward. I like the idea on the cheat. They had an opportunity. That's a good challenge there for P-Shooter. Ooh, they're going to have to dust this one. But Og plays defense perfectly. SJT, that one's going to be a little awkward. Goat God setting up Kuro, who can't get there in time. Is going to have to make something happen here. Maybe some magic on the opposing goal line, and it's a pass out of the corner from P-Shooter to Goat God.
I mean, P-Shooter, a great response, gets the read off the ceiling, lands, sends it middle, and Goat God, who has been a little bit quiet so far this game, finally lets them know, ties it up 3-3. Old Dominion still in it after seeing some great highlight plays from South Carolina.
Oh, what a save. What an absolute save from Og right there. That was huge. Goat God lined it up, couldn't slot it home. P-Shooter's awkward.
Oh.
No! They missed the open net shot. That is going to be tough, especially if this goes to OT. It is going to haunt USC in that moment.
Yeah, that was a huge opportunity. Missing out another whiff on the far side. This time for ODU. Go God will get it off the backboard. 50s. Og just trying to keep it close. Og midfield over. SJT. Katz is there as well. Blocked early by Kuro. 10 seconds left in regulation. SJT. That is a huge demo on Kuro. He's up for it. Looking to seal this game up. Backboard blocked by Go God. Now Og. SJT leaves it trying to fake out the defense with the pass, but it's taken away by P-Shooter.
Imagine, right? SJT saw that opportunity, was chilling on the backboard. Now it's an OT. Goat God gets a chance at it. Nice 50. Another one off the back wall there. Og can only get away from the corner. P-Shooter's trying to find a teammate. Everyone's awkward, and somehow SJT is slicing through the defense with no boost. Back to Og. Og gets dusted. We break down in the mid. Who is going to get this possession? It's clearly ODU, but with what are they doing with it is the real question. How are they making a positive effort moving into USC's half right now?
Looks like they're just trying to focus on boost conservation here and just trying to hold on to it as much as they can. SJT, big miss. Go God into the back wall. P-Shooter there. Wants the double, can't reach it. And now the miss on the goal line. It's turned away by SJT. ODU now missing a huge chance.
The shock and horror on my face, if you could have seen that, is baffling. Not like this! Not like this! Oh, the transitional opportunity, and that is what separates a team who plays well under pressure right there. That unfortunate moment. 63 seconds, well, 62, excuse me, I was off by 1. 62 seconds into overtime there for game 3. USC go up in the series 2-1, and now ODU, the fire has been lit underneath you. You've got to win 2 straight to take the series, but focusing on game number 4, Dronas, what can they do?
Honestly, I think they need to just keep doing what they're doing. I mean, obviously, keep up the early challenges. You want to get in the face of USC. We've seen that when ODU give the Gamecocks time, they take full advantage, especially looking at SJT, but also, just those little mistakes, hitting that open net, not making a pass straight to your opponent in overtime, obviously very tough. But ultimately, I think Old Dominion are doing a great job. They just gotta kind of stay on course, minimize the mistakes.
Minimize the mistakes is the hardest part, my friend. You're trying to under pressure against a team with an absolute insane offense. And SJT having an amazing series, by the way. SJT is having a wonderful series on the 100%. Side of USC. You have to stop this player from popping off, and they're going crazy. Goat God has been going crazy on the defense. Kuro's about to go crazy on the kickoff, but is unable to complete that goal.
Now P-Shooter already back, looking for bumps, looking for demos, finds one. Goat God lobs it up. Katz will clear it away for a moment. Kuro right back middle. P-Shooter is there. Does he have the beat? Yes, he does. But SJT is able to snake that one away for USC. Looking for a clear. Kuro turns. Goat God looking for bumps as well. Seeing that physicality again, be that leading straight. Goat God found the bump, but Katz was ready for it somehow. USC have escaped without conceding thus far.
That was an amazing save from Katz right there. Clutch goal line save. Goat God gonna have to play this one well. Needs to get a touch. Sends it away. SJT, nice pick on the pocket right there. Doesn't have the boost to keep the play moving forward. P-Shooter needed a little more in the tank right there to make that clear. Just well and good, unfortunately, and only got as far as another enemy player. Kuro looking to set somebody up, I believe, but Og is not going to let that happen. The Gamecocks also rotating very well and keeping their defense extremely strong at the threat of the Monarch approach.
He is holding on here. P-Shooter back into the corner, looking to escape for the Monarchs. Kuro, a little bit more momentum, will clear it away. SJT picks it up high, running low on boost. Still will find another touch. P-Shooter again, just sitting tight near the goal. Will get beat out here. SJT, a demo on the far side. Og gets the 50. P-Shooter misses. Katz didn't have the turn in time. SJT fires wide, and now Old Dominion escape.
Narrowly. I think you need to add narrowly there because there's an adjective to describe how close that opportunity was for USC to go up in this game number 4. Still, we see the teams kind of lock down their offense against one another, and it's still 0-0 as we close in on halftime. The same thing that we saw in game number 3 is what we're witnessing right now. 2 commit there. This is not going to be good if a big clear happens, but luckily for USC, ODU is unable to put it together. That's a shot, though, off just by a little bit.
Kuro follow-up, not gonna miss that one. Far down from Kuro. I mean, there was a lot of chance there. P-Shooter fired wide, but eventually just stretched the defense thin enough, and Kuro places it perfectly. Approaching halftime now in game 4. ODU break open the ice now.
And they've got to maintain it. I think we've kind of seen, that was close. Okay. Cats, you're a little bit braver than I am. I'll be honest with you. I would have freaked out and tried to save that ball away. But we've seen the result of this. And I don't want to say whoever scores first wins, but that's what I feel has been the trend here in this series thus far, is whoever gets the first goal, whoever opens that specific game is the team. You better watch it. ODU, again, narrowly escaping with these team play opportunities being presented by the Gamecocks.
I mean, that was a great give-and-go attempt by SJT and Cats. Couldn't quite get it to fall. Og was also off the back in support. It was a great offense being built. Cats fire saved again by P-Shooter, who has seemed to be one of the cornerstones for the defense here in Game 4 particularly. I've seen Gokad do great on that front so far. Now Cats drops the middle. Gokad and Curl 50 each other. P-Shooter misses. Is there an opening here? Og will be blocked by Kuro. Gives it back down to SJT, trying to find a back pass to Cats. Double commit for ODU. Does Kuro have a shot? No, it's stopped.
There's so many double commits from both teams. You can just tell. Nerves are on fire. Everything is on high for both these squads. P-Shooter gets up, dusts the approaching attacker. Cats left in the back. Og, no boost. This is going to be really bad until P-Shooter gets completely knocked off their trajectory to try to make that shot. Uh-oh. This is no good. Cats with a free backboard. Ain't gonna miss.
Yeah, you can't let that one go. P-Shooter, a big miss, and Kuro having to try and be the last back with no boost. He just goes for the corner, and Cats easily doubles that one in to tie us up again. Those little mistakes from Old Dominion just seem to always pile up.
Oh, big demo there. Kuro with a nice 50 off kickoff. We see something else. No, okay. Cats is just going to delete Kuro. I thought they had an opportunity, but unfortunately not. P-Shooter down to Gokad, who just keeps it low. Okay. Dronis, right there. Yeah. You got to tell me you're going low, right? Like, it's pretty obvious you're going low, yeah?
I mean, yeah.
So why are we jumping?
Maybe SJT didn't expect it to be that low. That really was a roller just on the grass, and I don't think SJT quite predicted. Now Og, flip reset, ground pin shut down by Kuro. I mean, again, little mistakes, Taquito, little mistakes. I can hear you at this very moment.
I just went on a rant. I just went on an absolute rant, bro. I just went on a freaking rant. That's crazy.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I could not hear you, but I saw you.
Yeah, I was going, dude. I was chopping. The chops were there. I just said the most like 9,000 IQ and intellectual thing you've ever heard me say in my life.
Yeah, I really do believe you. But I
no, okay. All I was saying is through the end of this fourth game, what we have seen less of was more of the effect of the aggressive offense in the defensive line, and we've seen a focus on actually moving the ball around the enemy, moving the ball around the defense. The control and the pace of the attack has changed, and I think it favored ODU in this specific game. We're now going to see Game 5. I think this is like the first or second time we've seen Game 5 on the SEL broadcast.
Yeah, there have been quite a few close series, and I mean, I think P Shooter is really one of the great facilitators this game for Old Dominion. Of course, on the 2 goals, P Shooter had both the assists, was diming up. Go got on that low pass and got to Kuro as well. The defense again spectacular from Old Dominion. 8 total saves there, and now heading to Champions Field to see who's going to close out this matchup.
It's wild. You know, just off rip as we get this game started, who do you think actually takes this game? Just give me right now. Who do you got?
You know what? Just to stick with the pattern, I think USC are going to close it. We've seen some great things from Old Dominion. I think here in Game 5 on Champions Field, again, those mistakes might come back to bite already. A little bit of an overextension. Might have a look here. P Shooter will clear it away, but the offense going to stay with the Gamecocks.
It absolutely is. Og overshoots the double right there, and another important, crucial whiff comes out for USC. That could have been a goal number 1 for them to lead off this specific game. Is that an open net? Does that go in?
Oh, not quite.
It is. The grace of the Rocket League gods has blessed up USC, and they have now gotten a goal off of it.
I thought it was just going to be a defensive miracle, but on offense, the road is clear, and it was all Og. The demo on the far side on Goat God just left the lane wide open, and South Carolina have a 1-0 lead.
Insanity, my friend. I was sure that ball off the ceiling was going to drop in for ODU, and I was absolutely positive they had goal number 1. But the goalpost moved just a little bit too far to block that one away. USC are now going to move into the lead here in the first minute of Game 5. Kind of not where you want to be if you're ODU after fighting back so hard. Kuro down to the mid. Is not going to be able to find that pass over to Goat God, but they are going to have to put in some effort on defense here. It's going to be tough, but the challenges are good to try to move the ball out of the corner, which still seems to be one of the hardest jobs that we've seen here for the Monarchs.
Yeah, they have struggled a bit with it, and we're seeing South Carolina turning time and time again, trying to keep that offense up. Og a little bit awkward here. We'll keep it close into that corner. P Shooter trying to give it over to Kuro. SJT takes it away for a moment. We see Katz is beat. The net is open, but Og outspeeds P Shooter. Goat God right back to Kuro, but this one way wide into the corner, and now it's left open. Og takes it off the near post, flips and misses P Shooter. 50 blocked by Katz, and somehow USC are hanging on by a thread.
A thread is right. They continue to just put out excellent blocks and 50s right there at the near post. Unable to find the net as the Monarchs. SJT gets in the way to move the ball into a decent space for a shot. Unfortunately, they can't put that one together, and now ODU are in the same position that USC were just in. They're fighting for their lives to get the ball away from the corner.
And it will fall back to Katz. P Shooter bump for a moment. Katz shut down by Kuro, dropping into the midfield. Kuro looking for a bump on Og. Goat God just lobs it on target. Og makes a save. P Shooter might have a look. Will be blocked again by Og. Less than half this game to go. The Gamecocks still holding on quite well, but Old Dominion, it kind of feels like they're due in this game, Taquito.
I agree. I really feel like they should get something here, but with the time ticking down, it's extremely dire for them to move something away. They got to move the ball out of their half. Like you cannot continue to live near your goal line and just deal with this constant pressure. It is insane from the side of ODU. We've seen them through 4 games put up excellent offensive stints, but right now, feeling that pressure versus the Gamecocks, they are unable to produce a positive result.
See if that changes. Obviously, there's still a bit of time left. Minute and a half. Cat's a huge pinch off the side while trying to reach it. No, double falls to Og.
Whoa.
Low shot saved by Goat God. Ground pinch all the way to the other side. Seeing
that's
some
bad.
masterful clears. P-Shooter over the middle. Doesn't get a lot of power. The counterattack ensuing. Flip reset. The demo from SJP. And South Carolina extend.
Extended by 2. It's tough to see. Go God, the only one left back, goes high and falls for the old magician's trick. Look what's in my hand, but you don't really see what's happening. Up by 2 with a minute 15 now on the clock here, and ODU need a miracle.
They really do. We need to see them change something here. But it really looks like we just haven't seen a ton of life from their offense in this game. Og playing for a 50 once. The dunk will be kept out by Goat on Cats. Takes a demo. I have seen a little bit more of those demo plays in this game from USC, and it's really working out well into the midfield. Goes Goat God. He's going for the corner. Goat God.
Boost over ball, brother.
You know the golden rule. You know the golden rule. Boost over ball.
The big shiny thing in the corner was
Right,
just,
it's just better. If you get the 100 can in the corner, like you're just automatically better. That's what I thought. I thought that's the rules of the game.
I mean, sometimes Keto, sometimes.
It's all the time. What do you mean sometimes? It's all the time. Look, he had boost. He could get over the defense. What do you mean?
You know what? You're right. I take it back. You know
Exactly.
what? Go God, you did the right thing.
Exactly.
And that's why it's 3-0. Anyways, 25 seconds. Kuro into the back hole of this series. Looks just about over here. Taquito, Goat God, flip reset attempt blocked by Og, and it just seems like USC can do no wrong.
It's very reminiscent of game number 1, Ryan.
It is.
It's very reminiscent of game number 1. They were able to produce a masterclass in offense. Do we get one for the road? Let them have it! Oh! No! Rocket League! What are you doing? Let them have one!
Oh, that is highway robbery on
True,
Old
it was
Dominion.
in. It was in, bro.
Apparently not enough, Taquito, so it will go to South Carolina. I mean, a Game 5 series going down to the wire, but I mean, the Gamecocks able to hold out a really solid performance there on, game number 5, Old Dominion. We saw them have some great games, but, they just couldn't quite do it in game 5. Maybe the pressure got to them a little bit. I don't really know.
I absolutely think that's what it was. I mean, if we look through the series here, you've got to just kind of pay attention to the trend through the odd games. Obviously, we saw USC. I mean, just looking at 1 and 5, USC offensive masterclass in game 2, and then also game 3. That was extremely interesting because game 2 was the offensive masterclass of ODU. Game 3 was that insane overtime that we were not expecting whatsoever, that came down to a very simple defensive mistake while also being a very aggressive offense from the Gamecocks. Game 4, just as close. You could tell that game right there is where the nerves absolutely came crashing down. And then, of course, we all just saw game 5. But, guys, we've got another series on our hands that we're going to get to in just a little bit. That was enough action for just 1 hour. But we've got a whole other hour that we have got to talk about. Drodis, at the end of it, before we try to send it to a little break here, what are your feelings about that series?
Well, I mean, like the one we just saw or the next one?
Either or. Take your pick. Dealer's choice.
Well, I think the one we just saw, I mean, this was a lot of fun to watch for me personally. I mean, I've seen a lot of both these teams. Particularly in, the Collegiate Conference Series where I've been doing a lot of work. Seen both these teams really do well. Saw Old Dominion, struggle a little bit more on Monday when they played the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. And they, they had a much better look in this series, I thought. Saw a lot of potential, but again, just made a couple little mistakes. Weren't quite as consistent as I'd like to see. But this Old Dominion team definitely has a very high ceiling. And it's just a matter of time before they hit it.
Absolutely agree. Well, everybody, I would like to ask that you stick around and don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break for a moment as we get the next series set up. It's going to be coming at you. FSU Garnet taking on University of Arkansas Team B We'll see you in a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Here we are. We're back for series number 2, where the stakes get a little bit higher. Dronas, I regret to inform you, we will most likely be ending a season for one of these teams.
Yeah, it's always a tough thing to do. Always, very difficult when you have a lot of teams who are neck and neck, and then you have to see one exit earlier than they wanted to. And unfortunately, we have the task of watching the fall of one of these teams. But for every fall, there is a rise, so we will see one of these teams also advance.
We absolutely will. Coming at you tonight is FSU Garnet taking on UARC-B. It looks like everyone's here, waiting to see if everyone's ready. They say yes. All right, guys, we are ready to go. We're going to get the action started for y'all. And like we said, the implication here, whoever loses this series is going to go home. Well, they can play the rest of their season out, of course, for the content and everything. But unfortunately, they do not get a chance at a last chance qualifier, which is what we all would want if we're competing. But back at it again is myself, Taquito, and my handsome cohort, Dronas.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You're pretty handsome too, Taquito.
Thank you.
But, yeah, getting underway in game number 1, it will be FSU striking first in this one. Reset towards the far side. Hexy leaves it for Beach. A quick turnaround. Hexy already mentioning his FPS.
Well, we gotta talk about the fact that where FSU is located, and I would like to take a quick moment to say that I hope everyone who is watching or is involved or is near the storm is sheltered and safe. Obviously, we do not want anything bad happening to you guys, so I hope you all took the necessary precautions you needed to get away from that storm.
Yeah, but I mean, it's always tough when events like that happen, and props to these guys. It sounds like Hexy might be dealing with the ill effects of it a little bit, but still getting this matchup done.
Absolutely. They are at least up 1-0 in the series as we finally get close to that first minute of gameplay, and it has looked pretty favored towards the FSU side, if I would have to say so myself. And I'm kind of waiting to see what the action that might come out of the side of UARC-B. I'm curious to see if this Arkansas squad is going to show us something. But right now, they've had to play quite a bit of defense versus the guys over at FSU.
Yeah, they really have been. They've been locked into their own half for a lot of time here, and Beach is going to find his second inside the first minute and a half, getting his own rebound here. Just missed the upper 90. Doesn't matter. Right back to it.
The offense from these guys is stout, and I mean maybe that's just the icing on the cake, if you will, for the FSU squad. Because I mean, you and I both know that while FSU had a main roster, I don't know if they do have a main roster currently. Last time I checked, Luigi Fries and I forget their third. Sometimes it was Fisher, but I think they're all done, aren't they?
They are. I believe all three of those players graduated and are on to bigger and better things. But I mean, this roster right now seeming to represent the FSU name well. Beach off the sidewall, Hexy redirect to the far post side and cleaned up well 3-0. And right now, see the University of Arkansas beat struggling a little bit to really find their footing here in game 1.
It's got to be tough. I mean, like I said, we've seen the offense this entire time. Fruit trying to get a good pinch there. Stizzy looking for one. The challenge by Beast is good. Off the sidewall here, maybe some follow-up. No, unfortunately, Fruit is unable to catch up to the teammates' horizontal pass there. But they do get a push into the FSU half. We might see something develop. As long as they're able to garner some possession of the ball. Fruit looking to extend, unfortunately can't, so it will be Beast back in their own half trying to figure something out. But again, shot after shot, attempt after attempt, every which way this UARC-B squad goes, there is an FSU opponent there to thwart their advantage.
Well, we've seen a lot of those plays getting cut off very, very quickly, actually, by FSU, as UARC-B don't technically have a shot registered in this game yet. It's been almost 3 minutes of play yet to get an official shot logged in the stat book. And FSU got to be feeling very confident. Beast, great touch, great clear fruit. Sends it to the far side. Stizzy will pick it up from there, gets the boost, outsped by Hexy, and it will allow Beast to lob it forward and for FSU to get back on offense.
That's one place they've seemingly lived, my friend. It has been all offense to the side of the Seminoles, and I'm wondering if it's a possession thing, if they're just trying to, on the side of URB, if they're just trying to play the give and go game, because that's what we're seeing a lot of. We're seeing a lot of clears and throwaway of possession here for, I mean, well, it's UARC, so it's the Hogs, right?
Yeah.
The Razorbacks?
Well,
Razorbacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, they get one. UARC is on the board. The Razorbacks are on the board with one.
Yeah, a little bit awkward around that near post side, but it will favor Arkansas there as they will finally break the ice in their own scoring tally. 3-1, still trailing, but still have some time to try and get back in. And Beach puts it middle. Fruit might have a shot far post side, saved away again by FSU. Now in transition, Beach has a touch off the corner and goes Hexy. There is going to be 50'd away by Fruit. Clears it out to the midfield. Beach taking his time, playing the low 50 game. Hexy, another 50. And I mean, FSU, they just looked a little bit more comfortable here, Taquito.
Ooh, what a goal line save there from the Razorbacks. Beast is the one who's credited with it, though I think both were there working in tandem. A good lined up shot on the bounce double there. Beast trying to get it out of the corner. Kako is going to be in the way, but the ball moves forward, but unfortunately Beast was Goomba directly down into the field. It was unable to keep that one going. Again, they just seemingly boom away that possession. We don't see a lot of follow through here for URB.
Yeah, we really haven't seen a lot of plays develop that much. Now Hexy flip reset, leaves it up, and it is knocked down. Florida State extend the lead, and I think that will be the nail in the coffin. A beautiful assist from Hexy.
How would you say that play? Is it Kako?
I don't know if
Keiko?
it's Kako or Keiko. I think my first attempt was Keiko. I'm not certain.
You know what? For sake of not sounding silly, we'll go with Keiko. But Hexy is going to put in a fifth
Look
for
at this assist.
FSU off of
Look
the.
at Beach.
What was that?
I said, look at Beach.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just all in the wound right now, Taquito.
Oh yeah, dude! Come on, 10 seconds left. You're up by 4. It's stat padding. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, at least they're putting a little bit of flair in it. You gotta give them that. I mean, seeing a flip reset off the backboard into assist, and then that cooks your pinch for an assist as well. And either way, FSU a very confident look in game number 1. URB did get 1 goal, but that was about it.
I just think it's tough. At the end of the day, I think it's extremely tough. I am curious to see how the Razorbacks kind of bounce back from this one. Obviously, game 1, I'm not sure that they were ready for the flair that the Seminoles were going to come out with. So I am eager to see what adaptation is made here in game number 2 on the side of Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see it as well, because I mean, 3 shots from the Razorbacks in this one. All 3 were from Fruit. Stizzy and Beast had 0 shots combined, and I think we're gonna need to see much more of a team effort on offense from Arkansas. I mean, FSU, they look great. Honestly, no real notes for them, but I want to see UARC maybe just get a little bit more aggressive through the midfield. It's tough to say, but they got to turn up some dial here.
Oh, yeah. Crank it to 11. You know the phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Well, players.
We're currently back in for game number 2, and it looks like they just wanted the word from Taquito to get going.
You know, hey, maybe I gotta lead the charge. That's what it is. What? All right, Stizzy, thank you. I appreciate that. You're welcome. Game number 2. The Razorbacks looking to fight their way against the Seminoles here, and ouch, backflip. It feels so backflip, man.
Yeah, always the backflip game. Fruit getting a little bit physical there, was able to find a bump on Beach, and now a fake down low. Stizzy, another mind game, working his way through a couple attackers, but a big demo. Keiko, no boost, doesn't matter. Walks it in, and FSU get things going again early.
That possession there from Stizzy, it was tough to see happen. Obviously, good play, very good play. Stopped the attack immediately. Tried to get back to the ground, couldn't recover well enough to actually get turned around. But I think that effort right there is what we need to see more of out of URB, and we'll see a completely different game. What a challenge from Fruit right there. The clear is immaculate, but handing it right back, returning to Cinder. Fruit down to Beast. Look at the shot, but the save is even better. Fruit goes again. Can't get another. Beast with the demo in the corner. The numbers advantage is just there for the Razorbacks, but they still are unable to find the net.
Stizzy might have a look here. Place it low, and Keiko was just kind of waiting in net.
That's how you capitalize on pressure, my friend. That is exactly how you capitalize on pressure. Look at the way Stizzy put it. And that's a great placement as well. Keiko is turned around, going into the net rather than facing towards the oncoming shot. And Stizzy was like, well, brother, I'm going to make you look at it. How about you watch this goal go in?
And I mean, that he did, and now a miss up high from Beach XE. Clears it away to Keiko, sends it to the far side, and looks like FSU looking to get that goal back immediately. I think they really like to play ahead with that lead. Demo from Keiko. Beach can't stay on it. Big clear out from Beach, who has already looked much better here in game number 2 offensively and defensively. No touch here. Hexy lobs it forward. Fruit there for the early challenge. Keiko now. A little bit of time, a little bit of space, not a ton of boots. Does he get the reset? It looks like he did, but Stizzy takes away the possession.
Ooh, Beast had a great flick opportunity. That should be a shot from Fruit. And look at this. The Razorbacks in the lead in game number 2.
And it looks like it's just that little bit of pressure. Beast had a dribble, and that's really all it took. I mean, was able to start rushing downfield. We saw Stizzy going for a demo, made the defense feel a little bit awkward, a little bit nervous. Then bad 50 comes through, forces 2 more defenders to miss, and it's an open look.
And I mean, what a change in pace here for the Razorbacks. I am happy to see that they've been able to slowly put it together. Obviously, they're barely holding on to the lead, which by 1 goal is still important. Stizzy, that's a great touch. Even better defense there from Hexy to snipe it out. Fruit couldn't get there in time, gets beat by Beach. They've got an opportunity moving towards the net. Stizzy will have to play good defense, but you got to clear it away from another approaching member. They're all confused and discombobulated, but Fruit is able to lead the ball the other way. They have an opportunity for a shot. Oh, Beast can't get there. That's good from Stizzy, but could not thread the needle on the opportunity.
Cleared away again. I mean, one of the things I remember talking about after game number 1 is I want to see a little bit more of teamwork on the offensive side, and that really has been developed by the Razorbacks. Currently out shooting FSU 5 shots to 3, but Beach will get 1 more for FSU, powering this one through. Beach telling the Razorbacks to hit the weight room.
That is, I mean, you got to. It was high coverage right there on the defensive line. Obviously, the ball was down low to the ground. You got to choose which way it's going to go. And the 50-50 guess did not go the direction of the Razorbacks. They will give a conceding goal that will tie us in game number 2 here. But can they get the lead again? That is the ever so important question for us. That's not a good touch. Hexy not in the best positions, but the double commit there from URB is not going to net them an opportunity when it could have. And they're going to have to fight again to get the ball in the opposing defensive half.
Stizzy accidentally 50ing a teammate there, helping out with a big clear. Beast Off the corner, Beach is there. Back to Hexy. Can he steal this one through? Not quite. Fruit ready for it in net. Keiko has a little bit of time. Not the best touch. Challenge well by Beast, who finds a big clear and a boost steal and a center. Again, feel like Beast has really stepped up the game for Arkansas, but this one ripped way downfield. Is anyone home? No, they are not. And Hexy just gonna steal it for Goodman.
You got to race down the pitch on that one. You're going to have to use every single bit of your boost, wave dashes, whatever you have going down the line. And unfortunately, that is going to concede the lead. Taking point, Beast on the cheat, has an opportunity, lobs one up, but it's just a little too wide. And now the Razorbacks have an opportunity. Still could go by the wayside here. Defense from FSU's looking great. Stizzy could have had that redirect shot, but put it off the backboard.
Beach, no boost, ends up getting a fake pass. Beast, Stizzy trying to reclaim the offensive side. Hexy around one. Stizzy lobs it up, going to stall a little bit of time, just trying to get that defense reset for Arkansas. Drop from Keiko to Beach. Fruit somehow got the save, got it above the crossbar. Hexy off the corner. Stizzy, a little bit awkward here, ends up faking out Keiko on the goal line. And that one is not for the faint of heart.
That one just hurts. Seconds ticking away for the side of URB. These are precious seconds that they need to move down the pitch, and you can't give up possession like that. You've got to move it through properly. You have one opportunity here, Stizzy. You can't lose possession in these crucial moments and then give up an own goal like that.
Oh, that is just brutal. I mean, Keiko, for the one touch was bad enough, but then immediately just dropping it onto the head of Beast and also slamming down the car so he couldn't get anything else from it. 4-2 for FSU, and they're going to have themselves an early match point, up 2-0, looking to eliminate University of Arkansas B team in a sweep.
And remember, you lose here, this is the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is it. Done data. So you've got to step up. You've got to play your best game here. You have, right now in front of you, one more opportunity. This could be it. You need to extend the series here in game number 3.
I mean, yeah, your backs are against the wall. You have to leave it all out on the field, so we'll see what the Razorbacks are able to do. The Seminoles of Florida State in a very comfortable spot, up 2-0. Really haven't seen a ton of pushback. Definitely a lot more in that last game than we saw in game number 1. So maybe it's just that upward trend for UArkB, and maybe this is their game.
That's all we can hope for, my friend. As
Maybe
you
not.
hand it off into an absolute blunder.
Oh no, poor Fruit. It just had nowhere to go. I mean, Beach and Keiko both going for the bumps, and Hexy just rolling it in on the far side. And I mean, he almost reached it too. That was the tough part. Fruit almost got there. Now Stizzy might have a look. That's a great turn. Can Keiko get back to it? Yes, he can.
The challenge here from Beast is good. You got to maintain that possession. It was 1v3 there for a moment, and the Razorbacks were holding off the Seminoles the best they could. Now they've got to try to move the ball forward again, but the decision-making here is going to have to change. The give and go has got to stop. You guys need to hold on to the ball just a little bit more. I mean, we saw what happens when you do. They produce they produce some goals and some saves and some plays off of wonderful possession opportunities, and that just seems to have gone by the wayside.
Now Hexy will carry this one out past Stizzy. Lands on it into the corner. Keiko, good challenge here. Might be able to get one more. Does over Beast. Leaves it for Beach. Is 50'd well into the ceiling. Hexy looking to dunk. Beast does so. Drops straight down. Is anyone there for FSU? Keiko not there in time, but you can just feel, I mean, the sheer offensive pressure coming out from the Seminoles. You are going to have a look here. Beast, that was a great touch, but will be shut down.
That hurts. That hurts for URB. They were right there. Somebody rotate up. There was Beast. Another shot goes through, but the defense is completely aware of the tactics in front of them. Can Beast get there? They do. The save goes away. So the lead only stays at 1 here for FSU, but URB is working in tandem. Actually, they're working in a trio. They're doing well to rotate around and get the defensive touches that they need in this moment. Until that happens, the bump on the teammate slows down the operation, but still they stay alive in their own half.
It really just has felt like a very solid possession game for Florida State here in game number 3. I mean, University of Arkansas, they actually have more shots right now than Florida State, but we've just seen FSU, it seems like on everything in that kind of middle third of the field, that's where FSU are seeming to dominate. Maybe a quick turn here. Beast taking his time to flick. Keiko shuts it down. Beast wasn't able to get any height under it.
Another opportunity gone by the wayside. It was right there. They had it afforded to them. All they needed to do was seal the deal on the shot, and unfortunately they couldn't. Another attack here. Will it be fruitful? Will the endeavors go the direction of the Razorbacks? No, it's a pass off the back wall. Beach down to Hexy for the cleanup. They go up by 2.
And again, it's just, I mean, the passes all around Hexy and Beach. I mean, 1-2, 1-2 all the way down the field. And the Razorbacks just could not keep up with it. And now with 2 minutes left to go, we need to see URB change something. And now an own goal off the 50. It just seems like nothing can go right, Taquito.
Pain. Truly pain. I feel it. I mean, and you could kind of tell. Shout outs, Dizzy. That's true. I feel you. That's all you can do in that moment, dropping the calculated in the chat. But that's another moment here we've seen from the Razorbacks. They unfortunately just haven't had the best opportunities when it comes to putting it together. They've tried, though. They've tried their absolute best to. But the get and go passes we've seen, the complete clears all the way down the pitch. Dizzy with an opportunity will get dusted by Keiko there. Didn't get up quick enough. That's a good challenge. Another chance. The demo on net. Stizzy looking to set up a teammate through. No! Why did you go? Oh no, the double commit.
And I think, Taquito, you and I both, those have to be turned in. Especially at this point in the game, you're down by 3 with less than a minute and a half. Need to be able to score those chances. And the Razorbacks, I mean, we said the backs were against the wall before. Seems to be even more so now, heading in to this final minute. Florida State, I mean, just kind of rolling their way forward. They look confident, they look comfortable, as they should be in this situation.
100%.
What? They can do no wrong. It's just
they literally can. They can be in the wrong position, facing the wrong way on the front post, and Rocket League is like, nope, you guys did a good job. Here you go.
What a clear from Keiko. Now on the other side, Beach will pick up a save. Keiko just kind of rolls it forward, still wins the 50 on BC's Hexy. Can he deliver it to him a little bit too much? Doesn't matter. Beach is there on the far side. Shot will be wide. Turnaround is a ceiling pitch. Middle, Hexy can't reach it, but again, it just doesn't really matter with time expiring. University of Arkansas B, they need to get their offense going, and it just doesn't look like enough in the tank here.
It does not, with the seconds ticking down from 10, the score 3-0. It will look like the Razorback. Oh, you're gonna have to carry me.
You're all good. You're all
there we
good.
go. Got it out.
Florida State takes 3-0, and that does mean that the season for the University of Arkansas B team will end here in SEL.
I tried to collect myself and I couldn't. The phlegm was just there.
It's always at the worst times too.
It is. The last 10 seconds countdown, and UARB will concede, and that should be the end of their season here. Season 5 for FSU Garnet will continue as they get a chance to shoot for that LCQ, that last chance qualifier. As we take a look over the series, as you can see the results there, 5-1, 4-2, 3-0. if that doesn't give you the best descriptor of what happened, it was an unfortunate night for the B team over with the Razorbacks.
I mean, yeah, that's a 12-3 aggregate favoring Florida State. I mean, 4 times as many goals, getting the sweep done. I mean, it was a great look for this team. I mean, we still saw some potential from UARB, but ultimately Florida State they just looked to be much more consistent, much more aggressive. They seem to have that little bit of extra step and consistency in mechanics. And I mean, we saw some highlight plays from them as well. So a really great performance from FSU.
It's just both games tonight. Both games tonight, we've seen some very interesting gameplay. Is what I'll say.
Yeah,
We've seen some fun moments here on the SCL stream, which I think is par for the course as we've gone through these Wednesdays. Again, want to say one more thing. Shout out to anybody who is escaping the storm and who is near it, and I hope you guys are absolutely safe. Shout out to DJ TJ, who has still been polite enough to allow me to have the reins and host this show for y'all, even though I cannot possibly fill those absolutely massive shoes. Actually, I told Dronis in the chat he had to put the size 13s on because these shoes are pretty big to fill. So I really hope that I'm at least giving you guys the best show I possibly can, along with my co-host.
How did you know I wear size 13s?
You're a big dude. You're a big dude. I took guess.
I mean, yeah, it's been an absolute blast again, Taquito. I mean, I know that it's always a blast to host with TJ, but honestly, being able to be here on the SEL stream with you, it's always been a lot of fun, and we've got some great action in these last couple weeks.
We absolutely have. I mean, hey, that first series today was insane. Okay. You're in chat. Is it Keiko or Kako? Please tell us like right now. We said Keiko all night long, so please, I really hope we were right. Like, but I do believe that you guys get a chance at LCQ is what it is. FSU should get a chance at LCQ as long as you continue to win. Hey, either one was right. Awesome.
We'll take that.
Yeah. It is what was told to me by somebody else. So definitely double check. But like I said, you guys keep going. You should be able the producer said something. I missed it. Keiko, we're being told from the eyes in the sky, the voice in the sky, that results will be released soon. So keep a watch on everything, and you'll know your answer to that question hopefully very, very soon. But what needs to actually happen very soon is the end of the broadcast. We are absolutely done here for SEL on Wednesday. That is the end of our show. It has been myself alongside of Dronis. You got any last words, brother? Because, I mean, it's been great.
I mean, you're pretty cool, Taquito. That's my last words. We got the jerseys too. We got the jerseys.
Well, with that all being said, I want to shout out the production here stepping up. He's filling in for somebody. So big shout out to Fred. Thank you so much for tonight and filling the shoes of X, who couldn't be here. You did great. Don't tell X I said you did better than him. Okay, let's just keep that between you and I. But that will be the end of the SCL broadcast here on Wednesday, guys. Everybody, we'll catch you next week, and hopefully the return of the legendary DJ TJ. But for now, y'all have a wonderful night. Stay safe. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Later.